This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 838, The Elder God Wars documentary. Enjoy. I'm going to be spending a lot of time at the beach. Not only for the cosmetics, but do you know why I'm going to be there?
You're going to be there for the hole?
Yes, for the Dungeoneering hole. And any advanced cocktail kits that I managed to scrounge up off of Treasure Hunter. Because the advanced cocktail kit allows you to create specific cocktails geared towards beach activities, and one of them is the hole-in-one, which improves the Dungeoneering hole, improves the XP by 10%. You can complete 60 floors instead of 20 floors without having to take a break, and the activity will not increase your beach temperature gauge. So there's that. I really enjoyed that one.
I mean, it falls right in the pattern. It falls right in the pattern of Jarek's just handing out XP on a silver platter.
Yeah, and there's lots of questions about this with Iron Man too. I don't think Iron Man's able to participate this year in terms of the bonuses and whatnot, but they are allowed to participate in terms of the items that give, the events that give XP. I know I saw lots of Iron Man characters running around there, so at least I think that's the case. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. There's also the Ugly Duckling, which improves your Hook-a-Duck ability. XP gain is increased by 3 times your hunter level, and doing the activity won't increase your temperature gauge. This one seems kind of like the weak one of the bunch. Because next, we have the Palmer Farmer, that when you do this, drink this one, it will increase the XP from gathering coconuts at the beach by 300%. The trees will no longer deplete the fruit, and doing this activity won't increase your temperature gauge. So for anybody wanting farming XP that doesn't want to do farming through the ranch or the player-owned farm or traditional farming, the Palmer Farmer is pretty good from what I've heard people say.
Someone in the team that built this really hates farming is like, let me just sneak in this cocktail so I can get all my farming levels.
Yeah. And
I mean, in a way, it makes...
This one, despite me having almost 200 million farming XP, I have to say this one needed to be here. Because I played with the palm trees last year at the beach, and they just disappeared so quick that without this, there's really no point in interacting with them.
Yeah, no, especially now that we have the what do we call it? The farm and the ranch, which gives so much XP.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And I mean, even that was toned down a bit. But even if you still play your cards right with this, and we talked about that when those nerfs came in, it really didn't impact anything. As long as you keep your animals healthy and happy, you're fine. And then we have Fisherman's Friend. Did you know that Fisherman's Friend is actually a lozenge over here?
No.
Yeah, it's a very powerful lozenge that people take when they get a cold.
Oh.
It opens up your nasal passages very well. But Fisherman's Friend in RuneScape increases fishing XP by 10% and won't increase your temperature gauge. And then you have George's Peach Delight. This will aid in your sandcastle building activity. XP is increased by 10%. You can shovel sand up to 60 times before you need a break, and it won't increase your temperature gauge. Am I an evil person if I said I wish I could buy these out for Ottomans or rune coins directly? These advanced cocktail kits?
Why would you want that?
Because I hate Dungeoneering. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the point of the game at that point?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I effectively went to 114 manually doing dungeons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything else I've gotten since then has just been dailies and laps. So it's not as though I did the entire skill that way. It's just at the end I'm kind of checking out on it. And it's just something about going to train Dungeoneering. I don't know what it is. It's not for me.
Yeah, I get it. Like, Dungeoneering is... You don't just... It feels like you can't just quickly pick it up for a few minutes.
Yeah, and it feels like one of those cases, too, where it's one of those skills that you have to train on double XP events, because you can do the same 3 or 4 dungeons, right, in a row. Or you can do those same 3 or 4 dungeons during double XP live and gain an immense more amount of XP. Yeah. And when it comes down to calculating how you're going to spend your time, it's better to just wait for a double XP event to do it.
Doesn't that account for all skills? Could also say, why would I do my farming runs normally?
But a farming run takes
a double if it does it. Yeah, and you don't. 20 minutes.
I think the average time for large these days is around 13 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm not great
7 if you try harding.
Yeah. No, but like, isn't that the problem with everything these days?
I'm also factoring in the amount of time it takes to, bring people together.
Right, it might have more overhead, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, it feels... Double XP weekends come like clockwork these days.
Yeah.
Why would you train any skills outside of that?
Right, and see, that's the thing. If you have buyables, I think those are trained on double XPs, like your herblores, your summonings, your farmings. I think anybody who's wanting to be truly economical with that waits for the DXP.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's almost a... I think it's a challenge that the game needs to overcome. Like, I think there's a lot of...
Yeah.
I mean, we always complain about, there's this new weapon. Now all the old weapons are useless because the new one is better. It's the same with these events, right? Like, Jagex basically cheated themselves out of 90% of the game's content outside of double XP Live. In a way.
If you want to get the maximal XP rates. Let's just underscore that with that if there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And skilling is not dead.
No.
Between double XP weeks.
You have yak tracks that effectively, put you on a different path. And when you're not doing a yak track, you're training a certain skill that you're wanting to level up.
Do you, though?
I did. I went Elder.
You're weird, though. You're weird.
Oh, that's wonderful. Everybody would love to hear you say that.
No, like I know that I am grinding archaeology like a chum between double XP weeks, but that's because I'm Iron Manning it on my account. But like I think that's not what the majority of people do.
No.
I know there's so many people who don't come online between double XP lives because what is there to do? I think Yak Track is just a way to cheat people into still doing their skills. Is it really that effective? Back before we had Yak Track and double XPs every quarter, you would just go skill.
Yep. You're right.
I wouldn't now... I want to get 120 Herblore. Why would I set that goal to do that now? I could spend all that money, and then I realized, I could just wait for double XP and do it then.
Yep. Or
and get double XP.
Or here's another idea: in between double XPs and whatnot, go PVMing.
Yeah. Well, I don't like PVMing.
Yeah, well, you're gonna like it. The Elder God Wars are coming. You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.